Hello everyone, this is Science Vines and you're watching the audiovisual chapter of class 11th biology. This is the second part of chapter 7, structural organization in animals. We are starting off with the muscle tissue. Each muscle is made of many long cylindrical fibers arranged in parallel arrays. These fibers are composed of numerous fine fibrils called myofibrils. Muscle fibers contract or shorten in response to stimulation, then relax or lengthen and return to their uncontracted state in a coordinated fashion. Their action moves the body to adjust to the changes in the environment and to maintain the position of the various parts of the body. In general, muscles plays an important active role in all the movements of the body. Muscles are of three types: skeletal, smooth, and cardiac. Skeletal muscle tissue is closely attached to skeletal bones. In a type in a typical muscle such as the biceps, striated or striped skeletal muscle fibers are bundled together in a parallel fashion. A sheath of connective tissue or tough connective tissue encloses several bundles of muscle fibers. We will learn more about this in chapter 20. The smooth muscle fibers taper at both ends, fusiform, and do not show striations. Cell junctions hold them together and they are bundled together in a connective tissue sheath. The wall of internal organs such as blood vessels, stomach and intestine contains this type of muscle tissue. Smooth muscles are involuntary as their functioning cannot be directly controlled. We usually are not able to make it contract merely by thinking about it as we can do with skeletal muscles. Now, the cardiac muscle tissue is a contractile tissue present only in the heart. Cell junctions fuse the plasma membranes of cardiac muscle cells and make them stick together. Communication junctions or intercalated discs at some fusion points allow the cells to contract as a unit. That is, one cell receives a signal to contract, its neighbors are also stimulated to contract. Now let us look at the figure 7.7, which is showing various type of muscle tissue. So A is a type of a skeletal or striated muscle tissue, which are a type of a voluntary muscle tissue. These are parallel and multinucleated, and striations are there, striations like light and a dark bands. Then B is a smooth muscle tissue. Okay, before that, the skeletal muscles are attached to the skeletal bones and functions in the helps in the functions of locomotion and movement, right? Now B is a smooth muscle fiber which is tapered at end and uninucleated होते हैं. These are found in visceral organs like blood vessels and gut. So these don't show striations as well. These are involuntary in function. Involuntary in the sense you cannot um, like change their movement or let them move or stop their movement by just merely thinking about that. C is a type of a cardiac muscle tissue which is actually found in heart. These are branched fibers and have intercalated disc in between them. Striations are there, nucleus is there, and they're myogenic. Like heart is myogenic actually. These are also involuntary muscles. You cannot think and stop your heart. So these are involuntary muscles as well. Now let's talk about the neural tissue. Neural tissue exerts the greatest control over the body's responsiveness to changing conditions. Neurons, the unit of neural system, are excitable cells. Figure 7.8. Neural tissue. Neuron with neuroglia. What is neuroglia? Neuroglia are the supporting cells in the nervous tissue. Okay, now the neuron is labeled with dendrite, cell body with nucleus, and the axon. So the conduction of impulse goes from the dendrite to the cell body, and cell body to the axon and to the nerve ending, and then the synapse, and then the another dendrite. So goes on like this. The neuroglial cells, which constitute the rest of the neural system, protect and support the neurons. Neuroglia make up more than one half the volume of neural tissue in our body. When a neuron is stimulated, an electrical disturbance is generated which swiftly travels along its plasma membrane. Arrival of the disturbance at the neuron's endings or output zone triggers events that may cause stimulation or inhibition of adjacent neurons and other cells. Now, organ and organ system. The basic tissues mentioned above organize to form organs, which in turn associate to form organ systems in the multicellular organisms. Such an organization is essential for more efficient and better coordinated activities of millions of cells constituting an organism. Each organ in our body is made of one or more type of tissues. For example, our heart consists of all the four type of tissues, that is epithelial, connective, muscular and neural. We also notice after some careful study that the complexity in organ and organ systems displays certain discernible trend. This discernible trend is called evolutionary trend. We will study the details in class 12. You are being introduced to morphology and anatomy of three organisms at different evolutionary levels to show their organization and functioning. Morphology refer to study of form or externally visible features. In the case of plants or microbes, the term morphology precisely means only this. In case of animals, this refers to the external appearance of the organs or parts of the body. The word anatomy conventionally is used for the study of morphology of internal organs in the animals. You will learn the morphology and anatomy of earthworm, cockroach and frog representing invertebrates and vertebrates. Now here we end the second part of the chapter 7, structural organization in animals, class 11th biology. And to watch more such videos, do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss any video. And if you want us to create more such videos on any other book or subject, do mention in the comment section please. Like and share the video to keep us motivated to create such content. Thank you. Bye bye. Love.